Good evening and welcome to Tallahassee, Florida. We're here at the Al Lawson Center where the Florida A&M Lady Rattlers are getting set to host the Lady Tigers of Jackson State. I'm Melvin Beal here along with Anthony Whitehurst. And Anthony, the Rattlers come in after a road trip where they won one game, lost two. That's the thing.
Well, you know, Melvin, when you go on the road, it's a lot tougher than being back home here at the Lawson Center, and that's why they're really happy to be back home. Been an up-and-down season. We've seen some really good basketball at times. Quite often, the Rattlers have been in games, have not been able to finish. A few lately they have been, but I think things are looking up for them, and they're really glad to be back in the friendly confines of the Al Lawson Center.
Definitely, and those friendly confines produced two straight victories for Florida A&M. One over Southern, one over Grambling. They play really well here.
Absolutely, Melvin. You know, the students are back here. You know, we've had the Marching 100 here. You feel at home. You play better when you sleep in your own bed.
Yes.
You play better when you play in front of your fans, and especially the Marching 100. So we can expect the Florida A&M Lady Rattlers tonight to have a little more energy, a lot more pop. We're expecting a big game out of the Rattlers tonight.
Now, you gave the MVP, folks. He gave the MVP to the coach, Bridget Gordon.
Yes.
Why did you do that, Anthony?
Well, last time here, Melvin, the team was obviously falling below the winning line. She could sense it. I think you and I saw it.
Yes.
But she willed them to the victory, and as most coaches would do, they won't take credit for it. They'll try to give it to their players. But she did a really fantastic job last time here in the Lawson Center, really getting her team over the hump and playing like they should be playing. And I expect more of that tonight.
What did you see when they came up against Southern last week?
Well, what I saw was a team that coming together back home. They know how to play together, but I think what coaches emphasize, Melvin, is getting the ball inside. Florida A&M has had pretty much an advantage all year when it comes to getting the ball inside because of size and height. And when they do that, the basketball game is played a lot easier. They can go to the rim. They can pass it back out for a much easier three-point shot for the teammates. So I think she's an old-school coach. She wants to play inside out if you can, get the ball inside to the big man, big woman if you can, and then make it easier for everybody else. So I think we're going to see more of that tonight.
Definitely, and this squad really turned up at a notch on defense the last time we saw them play. But it's a restructured squad. A lot of missing pieces from last year, and I think now, Anthony, they're starting to come into fold.
Well, it takes a while, Melvin, when you lose 9 players. That's a lot for any team to try to bounce back from. So it's going to take you pretty much probably the first half of the year of playing games to kind of figure out our identity. Who do we go to? Who can do what? Who can't do what? So I think they have a better idea now of who can perform and who they can go to in tight situations. So, you know, we've seen the last 3 or 4 games. The Florida A&M Lady Rattlers are playing better. I think Coach feels a lot better about her team than she did the first 5 to 7 games of the season. So they're coming together. Records don't always indicate how you're playing. And we think tonight the Florida A&M Lady Rattlers will play a good game here tonight with plenty of energy.
Definitely. Now, Jackson State is perennially one of the toughest teams in the SWAC. But they underwent a coaching change last year, and they're in transition. But they're 1-0 coming in here.
And anytime you can get a win like last time out, Melvin, hey, it leaves a great taste in your mouth. So when you come in here with the win, you're feeling better about yourself than you did the game before. So for Jackson State, there's a lot of newness on the team. But when you get that win, Melvin, you feel a lot better about yourself. So expect them to come in tonight and try to get 2 in a row.
Definitely. Now, the SWAC is wide open this year, and we're going down the stretch. But, Anthony, talk about why it's important to hold home court.
Well, you want to hold home court because this is where all things are in your favor. When you get on the road, it's tougher. You're playing in somebody else's gym. So back here tonight, the Rattlers want to step up, step out, see if they can get another win.
Definitely. When we come back, we'll have the tip-off here from the Lawson Center. I'm Melvin Beal here along with Anthony Whitehurst. That's the end of our pregame show. We'll see you shortly. You're in tune to FAMU Basketball on SWAC TV.
Number 10, Tarika McCall. A center from Dallas, Texas. Number 20, McKinney Brown. A guard from Olivia Branch, Mississippi. Number 25, Raymond McGee. And a center from Omaha, Nebraska. Number 44, Pierre Noel Tachoa. Tigers are led by assistant head coach Dick Howard, assistant coaches Alexis Holt.
See, he'd have cut that down too, but that ain't what they're saying. That ain't what they're saying. He just went with it.
And now, get on your feet and turn your attention to the video board as we get ready to introduce the starting lineup for FAMU Rattlers women's basketball team. Nothing can stop me. I'm always
That's a good joke. University, where the Florida A&M Lady Rattlers are getting set to play the Jackson State Lady Tigers from Jackson, Mississippi. Hello, everyone. I'm Melvin Beal here along with Anthony Whitehurst. And Anthony, a critical matchup here in the SWAC tonight.
Absolutely, and Florida A&M against Jackson State, they're very happy to be back home. 1-2 on the road, as you said. Won past couple of home games here at the L. Lawson Center, so you know they were more than happy to get back here to see if they can continue their winning ways.
Rattlers were very successful the last time they were here in the Al Lawson Center, getting 2 straight wins. And Anthony, my friend here, gave the coach the MVP.
Absolutely, Melvin. I thought you did a fantastic job of keeping the team focused on winning. They had eventually won the game, and I think that's really helping them build their season.
Tip-off is underway, controlled by the Tigers, and that ball is going to go out of bounds on Jackson State. Florida A&M will go on offense.
And once again, Florida A&M, they played great defense all year. Same thing here, starting out, overplaying the ball, forcing a bad pass by Jackson State. And Pier 4, better known as AI, Allen Iverson, as I like to call her.
Yes.
She's in control.
She is a leader here on this Florida A&M team. A young lady out of Pensacola has been filling her up for the Lady Rattlers. Here is a move down low. Rattlers, as the ball goes out of bounds, it will be retained by Florida A&M.
And I'm interested, Melvin, to see if the Rattlers can continue to do what they did the past couple of home games when they were able to get the ball inside to the forwards and centers on the Florida A&M basketball team. Great production when they did that. Coach has been emphasizing that, so let's see if that happens.
Here's a shot from Florida A&M, rebounded down by the Lady Tigers, who will push this ball against Florida A&M. Jackson State comes in ranked number 8 in the SWAC. This is not your typical team, as they went through a coaching change last year as the Tigers adjust to what we would call the new SWAC.
Absolutely, and it's new for a lot of folks in a lot of ways, Melvin. But the one thing that's a constant is great competition.
Absolutely. 6 minutes to go. Rattlers working their offense, coming off the road where they were 1-1. Defeated Mississippi Valley, lost to Arkansas Pine Bluff. No score, 8:32 remaining here in the first quarter. Here's a deep three by Jackson State, controlled on the board by the Tigers as they will extend to a 2-0 lead. And the boards, the battle of the boards, Anthony, is going to be crucial tonight.
Quite important. Florida A&M, they've got a height advantage inside. Let's see if they can get on the board and give them what the coach wants.
Rattlers looking to score the basketball, and that's going to be a score for Florida A&M as they knock down the shot to pull to a tie here at the 7:50 mark.
You know, Shania McCarthy is one of my favorite players. She scored that basket right there. I think the more she handles the ball, the better off Florida A&M is. The one thing I would like to see, which I'm not seeing so far, is for the Rattlers to get the ball on the inside. They've got that advantage. Take advantage of it.
Absolutely. 7 minutes, 47 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. We are all tied at 2 here in the Al Lawson Center as Florida A&M looking to extend their home winning streak. Nice shot from the top of the key. That's a big shot for Florida A&M.
Well, Robinson, and we've got a steal too by Pierpont.
Rattlers looking to go on to attack. Drive down the lane by Camille Jackson. And they're going to turn the ball over to Jackson State at the 7:22 mark.
Yeah, I think sometimes, when you get Jackson, I think she over dribbles the ball at times and gets a little bit out of control. Coach wants them to get that ball inside. Right now, we've got a press by Florida A&M.
7 minutes, 18 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Florida A&M up 4-2 over Jackson State as the Rattlers steal this basketball. Purifoy looking to get the Rattlers into their offense. Here's Purifoy, looks, and this ball is going to be knocked out of bounds. And it'll go over to the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, got to take care of that peel, especially when you're going through traffic.
6 minutes, 56 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Florida A&M up 4-2 over Jackson State. Rattlers looking to get a 3-game winning streak here at home.
Another steal by Pierpont.
Florida A&M turning up the pressure on defense. Jackson State will get the ball out of bounds at the 6:40 mark. Jackson State from the top of the key. Shot up, shot good. And that shot is going to be knocked down in there by Angel Wilkerson. We're all tied at 4. 6 minutes, 16 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. We're here at the Al Lawson Center. Here's Jackson, stops, pops, as Florida A&M extends to a 2-point lead. Rattlers with pressure on the ball. Jackson State looking to get into their offense. Shot, popped, missed. Going to be rebounded in there by Jackson State. Tigers with 12 seconds on the shot clock. The drive. Block in there by Robinson. Great defensive play by
Great
Robinson.
defense by Robinson, taking advantage of her height on the inside. Something I'm sure Coach Gordon is really happy to see.
Full-scale changes in personnel by Jackson State as they look to infuse some energy into this Tiger team. Aina Subirats has checked into the game for Florida A&M.
And she can fill it up from three if you leave her open.
Absolutely. She's one of the holdovers from last year. And Jackson State is going to turn the ball over to Florida A&M at the 5:29 mark.
And Florida A&M, as usual, they're playing really good defense. The question now is, can they implement their offense? Can they move the ball well enough to get some open shots? It's been tough so far.
Here's Camille Jackson as the Rattlers look to make it happen. This is Robinson. She's been effective from the outside. Over to McCartney. Dribble, stop, pop, shot out. Rattlers will turn this ball over. 4 minutes, 52 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Florida A&M up 6-4 over Jackson State. Stop, pop. Nice shot in there for Jackson State as Jillian Cotton knocks down the shot. We'll make that Jalea.
Yep, and I like what she did there, Melvin. Instead of jacking up a three-pointer, it's twice that she's gotten the ball and stepped inside that three-point line for a higher percentage ball and higher percentage shot, and that helped her have an easier shot.
That last possession resulted in a jump ball. The possession arrow is pointing toward Florida A&M with 4 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the first.
A pulse-raising 5.0-liter Coyote V8 engine generating 486 horsepower and 418 pound-feet of torque. It's what makes the 2024 Ford Mustang go really fast. And this'll make them go fast, too. 3.9% APR financing for 60 months. 60 years of American muscle car know-how. Experience it for yourself today at your local Ford store, where there's always more in store.
Outback Steakhouse's new Dine Under menu is here. More proof that Outback is better than the actual Outback. Here, get sirloin and lobster mac. Here, there's spiders. Here, get an 18-ounce ribeye in their signature blend of 17 spices. Here, the sun actively tries to melt you. Here, you can try Kingsland pasta. Here, even if you caught dinner, you know deep down you couldn't do what needs to be done. The Dine Under menu, on now at Outback.
This is what a company sounds like when they're on it. And these are the people who ensure that they stay on it.
Yes, sir. We're on it.
Oh no!
Got it.
Yay! Thank you.
We're a different kind. For example, making your day
Thank you.
is what makes ours.
You got it.
Festival Foods. Happy to help.
Aina. Subirats. 7 seconds remaining on the shot clock. 3 set. Lost by Florida A&M. Looks like it's going to be another about there. If it's Florida A&M, it's a combo for the referee. Trying to hold over. This is about 11 level physical. 3 minutes 46 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. We're tied at 6 here in the Ryerson Center. And this is
matchup here in Tallahassee. Rattlers employ full court pressure against Jackson State. Here's a three, a long three. Knocked down in there for Jackson State. That's Angel Wilkerson. Jackson State extends to a 3-point lead, 9-6. Rattlers will try to answer. Shot up, shot good for Florida A&M as the Rattlers back into the ball game.
And as you see, as we talked about earlier, Melvin, Florida A&M, they've got that inside advantage, and they need to take advantage of that. Their players inside, when they get the ball in the right spot, they have skill. They know what to do. But the key is to get them the ball in the right position at the right time.
2 minutes, 52 seconds left here in the first quarter. Jackson State up by 1, 9-8 over Florida A&M. At the line for the Tigers is Remus Pegis. She's a 5'8" senior out of Olive Branch, Mississippi. First shot down as the Tigers extend to a 2-point lead over Florida A&M.
I think right now, Melvin, Jackson State is doing a better job of running their offensive sets to get the ball to the people where they want them to have the ball. They're moving the ball around, creating openings, and they've gotten better percentage shots.
Full court pressure by Jackson State. Florida A&M barely gets it across the timeline. Here's a shot from deep. Big shot for Florida A&M. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. First quarter. Jackson State 11, Florida A&M 10. Here's going to be a turnover against Jackson State. Good pressure on defense by Florida A&M.
Good pressure, not quite paying attention to what was going on there for Jackson State. Turnover for Florida A&M with an opportunity to get the lead. They're down by 1.
Rattlers looking to take a lead in this game. Both teams have exchanged leads throughout the first quarter as Florida A&M looking to get into a rhythm on offense. Here's a big move by Robinson down low, and Anthony, she's turning out to be one of their better shooters.
Yeah, she has great touch on the inside. The problem is, to me, she's not getting the ball enough where she needs it because it's a mismatch when she does. So they need to really feed her the ball.
Nice drive down the lane for Jackson State as the Tigers extend to a 1-point lead over Florida A&M.
Yeah, coach was not happy that time with the backup defense by Florida A&M. The player was able to dribble all the way to the basket. And
Purefoy.
Here's Purefoy. She's something else.
She's the leader. One of the top players in the SWAC out of Pensacola. Florida A&M turning up the defensive pressure. 1 minute, 20 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And that's going to be a traveling call against the Tigers at the 1:18 mark.
And that's great defensive pressure by Florida A&M, creating that turnover. They're doing a really good job of overplaying the ball, cutting off the passing lanes. So Jackson State is quite hesitant at times when they're trying to pass that ball, and we've had a couple of turnovers now of traveling with the ball.
1 minute, 11 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Florida A&M up by 1, 14-13. This is Purifoy driving to the hole, and she's going to be fouled by the Tigers.
And I tell you, as long as they leave her in a one-on-one position and don't give her the defensive person doesn't get any help, Purifoy can take advantage of that all night. She's just too fast.
Absolutely. Purifoy, the leader of this Florida A&M team, as the Rattlers look to extend their lead at the 102 mark. Here's a backhand shot up. Shot missed by Florida A&M, and the Tigers are off and running. And there's going to be a collision between two players, and that's going to result in an offensive foul against Jackson State.
Luckily there, the Rattlers almost had a knee situation. They could have got injured with the knee. But great defense once again.
51.
And I tell you, when Florida A&M, when their players get the ball inside, they have an advantage. They need to get their head up first, looking at the rim before they come up and shoot. They're coming up and looking at the rim at the same time, so it's hard to gauge what you're really trying to do.
41 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Florida A&M up 14-13. There's going to be...
And I like the fact that Purifoy simply is trying to get the ball inside. She sees the advantage. Of course, the coach has told her that, but knowing you have an advantage and taking advantage of the advantage, that's another thing.
Absolutely. Florida A&M attacking from down low, and this ball is going to be knocked out of bounds by the Lady Tigers.
Once you bring that ball down below your waist and put it on the ground, the shorter players for Jackson State, they have quick hands, so then susceptible to getting the ball knocked away.
Rattlers working with 15. Here's Robinson. Nice shot. This young lady is coming on for Florida A&M.
And that's there all night. If they would feed her, it's there.
And here's a three launched from deep by Jackson State. That's going to be Daria McCall.
Breakdown in defense on that one there. Left the player wide open in the corner. Easy shot.
Rattlers have to go quick. 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Shot up by Robinson, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. We're all tied here at the Al Lawson Center as the Florida A&M Lady Rattlers are hosting the Lady.
Do you like frogs?
We do. Are you a frog?
Actually, I'm an axolotl. You can see axolotls and other amazing amphibians at the Aquarium of the Pacific's new exhibit, Frogs, Facing a Changing World. Learn all about these animals and what they're doing to save them.
Thanks for the tip.
Discover the frogs and 12,000 sea creatures like the otters, the jellies, and the penguins.
What are you doing on the bus?
Oh, I'm helping to save the planet.
The Aquarium of the Pacific.
This weekend is Healthcare Appreciation Weekend at Silverwood. As a token of our gratitude, all doctors, nurses, and frontline healthcare staff get to enjoy a day of fun and excitement absolutely free with a valid ID. So, doctors, it's time to trade in your stethoscopes for roller coasters and nurses. Put down those syringes and grab some cotton candy. We want you to experience the kind of adrenaline rush that can only be cured by screaming your lungs out on our mind-blowing attractions. So don't miss out on Healthcare Appreciation Weekend at Silverwood Theme Park, because you deserve a dose of fun.
Outback Steakhouse's new Dine Under menu is here. More proof that Outback is better than the actual Outback. Here, get sirloin and lobster mac. Here, there's spiders. Here, get an 18-ounce ribeye in their signature blend of 17 spices. Here, the sun actively tries to melt you. Here, you can try Kingsland pasta. Here, even if you caught dinner, you know deep down you couldn't do what needs to be done. The Dine Under menu, on now at Outback.
Basketball. We're here in Tallahassee, Florida, where the Florida A&M Lady Rattlers are taking on the Jackson State Lady Tigers in a key SWAC matchup here in Tallahassee, Florida. Jackson State inbounds the ball and will go on to attack and a drive down the lane as Florida A&M looking to grab the rebound, and they do. And the Rattlers will attack. Here's Purifoy. Rattlers working with 16 seconds on the shot clock. This is Jackson looking to break the opponent down off the dribble. She stops, she pops, and a nice shot by this young lady as Rattlers extend their lead.
Yeah, a tough shot by Jackson. I think she had an opportunity to get the ball on the inside, but she was able to luckily get that shot to fall for her.
9:14 remaining. Jackson State looking to attack from down low. Shot up, shot down by Jackson State. That's Michaela Brown for the Tigers.
Good back in there, good post-up move.
Tanaya Purifoy looking to get the Rattlers into their offense. 8 minutes, 46 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. As we're all tied at 18, big shot by Florida A&M as the Rattlers extend.
Yeah, that's Shania McCarthy once again, Melvin. Good things happen when the ball reaches her hand.
The last time we were here, she didn't play, and there was a clear difference in the Rattler team.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a launch from deep, and that's going to be Angel Wilkerson.
And I think that's
Jackson
two
State.
for her, so I think
Yes.
that's telling you need to get on her.
8 minutes, 7 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Jackson State up by 1, 21-20, and they're going to call kick ball on Jackson State. Aina Subirats checking into the game for Florida A&M. She is from Spain and perhaps one of the better three-point shooters on the team. A holdover from last year. This is Camille Jackson looking to break them down off the dribble. Big shot by Subirats. It's going to be rebounded by the Lady Tigers. The Tigers have been putting up a plethora of three-pointers tonight. Rattlers clamping down on defense, but here's another big three, and that's going to be a foul on Florida A&M, and she's going to get 3 shots on that play.
Well, that's a threat from the previous 2 3-pointers that she's already, hit. But you got to pick her up sooner. Coming late, you get a foul behind the 3-point line, and she gets 3 free throws.
Jackson State coming into this game with a win, looking to upset the Rattler 2-game home winning streak.
I think right now for Florida A&M, Melvin, they're still trying to find their offense, trying to get the ball to the right people. I think they need to make the extra passes. I think there's a little bit too much dribbling, and when you dribble away from the big person on the inside, they lose their position, and you also lose rebounding position. So
Which is pivotal.
Absolutely, because I think, when you're talking about women's basketball, rebounding is extremely key.
7 minutes, 34 seconds remaining. Jackson State has extended to a 3-point lead. Here's Camille Jackson as she drives to the hole, and she's going to be fouled, and she'll go to the line.
Yeah, I think the only thing I see there is, when Jackson is driving, she's driving basically where her defender has help, instead of spinning the other way in the middle of the lane where it's open. So I think what she needs to do is pay a little bit more attention of where she's about to go. Take a quick look first to see if there's a help defender close by, because I think what happens there is you lose the ball. The ball is stolen from you going the other way. So I think she needs to do a better job of simply countering and focusing on where she's going.
At the line, Camille Jackson. She knocks down the second of 2 shots. Florida A&M down by 2 to Jackson State. 7 minutes, 26 seconds remaining in the second quarter. I'm Melvin Beal here along with Anthony Whitehurst. And we're here at the Al Lawson Center where the Jackson State Lady Tigers score down low over Florida A&M to extend to a 25-21 lead.
Yeah, right there was a breakdown in defense on the weak side, which is the side away from the basketball. You know, on that particular play there, Robinson came over to help out, but nobody came behind her.
Purifoy on the miss. Jackson State looking to run the basketball as they will launch yet another three and knock it down as the Tigers, Rena Pegas on the three.
Yeah, break down there as far as the three-point shooters. Jackson State has hit about 4 or 5 already, so they're letting you know they don't have a problem with putting the ball up and putting it through the basket. So we got to play better defense on that three-point shot.
6 minutes, 26 seconds. Stop, pop, miss. Here are the Tigers looking to go on the attack as they extend it to a 7-point lead over Florida A&M. Tigers letting it go from the three-point line tonight. Looking to attack down low, and they're going to call out of bounds on Jackson State.
I think Florida A&M is trying to find some continuity to their offense. Still haven't found it yet. I think they not making enough passes, in my opinion, and then having someone flash to the ball from the weak side, which is the side away from the ball. I think they'd have a lot better opportunity to get some easier shots. I think some of the shots they're putting up, they're forced shots, and they're also tough shots. So lower percentage. So if you want to put it through the hoop, you need to pass the ball a few more times, in my opinion, to get some more open shots.
Aina, Subirats brings the ball up for Florida A&M. Rattlers down by 7 to Jackson State. 5 minutes, 53 seconds remaining in the second quarter. There's a tie-up. And there's going to be a jump ball possession arrow pointing toward Florida A&M. Checking into the game for the Rattlers, Camille Jackson. Jackson down to McCarthy. Missed shot in there by Florida A&M. Here's the jumper. Bank shot goes down for Jackson State. Did she call bank?
I don't know if she did or not, but coach just called a timeout.
Absolutely, as a Tigers extend to a 9-point lead, 30-21 with 5 minutes and 22 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. You're in tune to FAM.
New, America's tallest water slide, the Rise of Icarus. Book your stay and play free package today at Mount Olympus Resort in Wisconsin Dells, home of America's first rotating water slide, and so much more.
Oh no! Yay! Thank you.
We're a different kind. For example, making your day
Thank you.
is what makes ours.
You got it.
Festival Foods. Happy to help.
Outback Steakhouse's new Dine Under menu is here. More proof that Outback is better than the actual Outback. Here, get sirloin and lobster mac. Here, there's spiders. Here, get an 18-ounce ribeye in their signature blend of 17 spices. Here, the sun actively tries to melt you. Here, you can try Kingsland pasta. Here, even if you caught dinner, you know deep down you couldn't do what needs to be done. The Dine Under menu, on now at Outback.
This weekend is Healthcare Appreciation Weekend at Silverwood. As a token of our gratitude, all doctors, nurses, and frontline healthcare staff get to enjoy a day of fun and excitement absolutely free with a valid ID. So, doctors, it's time to trade in your stethoscopes for roller coasters and nurses. Put down those syringes and grab some cotton candy. We want you to experience the kind of adrenaline rush that can only be cured by screaming your lungs out on our mind-blowing attractions. So don't miss out on Healthcare Appreciation Weekend at Silverwood Theme Park because you deserve a dose of fun.
Welcome back to SWAC basketball. We're here in Tallahassee, Florida at the Al Lawson Center on the campus of Florida A&M University, where the Lady Tigers of Jackson State have extended to a 9-point lead over Florida A&M. And Anthony, you were commenting that the Rattlers seem to be unsettled with what they want to do on offense.
Yeah, not quite getting it done. Good shot there, but they don't seem to have a good flow of getting the ball around to the other players, and that's hurting them right now.
That was a big shot in there by Zayna Justice for Florida A&M. 4 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Jackson State up 30-23 over Florida A&M. Tigers have been hot from the three-point line, and they look to attack the Rattlers. There's going to be a violation
She stepped out of bounds
Jackson
on that
State.
particular play.
She stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, for right now, Florida A&M, they need to really gather themselves and slow down enough to figure out what they're trying to do. Seems like they're just out of sync, not moving the ball around enough, too much dribbling by the guards, in my opinion. They need to move the ball around and try to move the ball in the lane to get better shots.
4 minutes, 26 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Jackson State up 30-23 over Florida A&M. Here's Camille Jackson, 8 seconds on the shot clock. We'll need to make it happen. Stop, pop. She's going to be fouled by Jackson State. Somewhat of a bailout.
Oh, it was a bailout, absolutely. And, she's dribbling with nowhere to go. The one thing you have to understand, the best way to beat a zone is to pass the ball. Trying to dribble through a zone is almost impossible. So you need to get some help from your teammates, and you only got 30 seconds on the shot clock, and once it gets about 10 seconds, you need to be moving. So right now, to me, you're right. She got bailed out on that particular play by a foul, and but they need to do a better job, as we've been talking about,
right,
of moving the ball around to their players, especially, earlier in the shot clock.
At the line for Florida A&M is Camille Jackson. She's a 5'11 senior out of Chicago, Illinois, a transfer of the University of Miami at Ohio. Rattlers down by 6. She knocks down the free throw. Rattlers cut the lead to 5. 4 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Rattlers extend to full court pressure.
An important 4 minutes and 13 seconds left in this first half of Florida A&M, Melvin. Got to play some good defense and try to get some turnovers and hopefully commit to some easier baskets.
Jackson State comes in ranked 8th in the SWAC, looking to upset the Rattlers, who are number 5 in the SWAC. Tigers with another 3, and it goes down. They're shooting really well from the outside.
And Florida A&M is playing some really bad three-point defense. Seems like all game is almost as if they don't believe they're going to keep hitting them, and they have.
Right. 3 minutes, 32 seconds. Here's Aina. Subirats. She misses the shot. Jackson State will control the ball, and the Tigers are on the attack. Tigers have extended to an 8-point lead. Here's a stop, pop, and the rebound is going to be controlled by Florida A&M. Here's Aina. Subirats. Back to Jackson. Jackson looking to make it happen off the dribble. Drives, stops, turn around, shot up, and she's going to be fouled. You're shaking your head, Anthony.
Well, it's like a 1-on-5 offensive play there, and you're not getting your teammates involved. And I think that's what is lacking right now, which is why Florida A&M is down by 8 points right now. They're not getting enough players involved, going to the hoop, And if you're not hitting those shots, you're helping the other team start their fast break.
That has been very evident tonight from this Lady Rattler team, as Jackson knocks down the first of 2 shots to pull the Rattlers to within 7. She knocks down the second shot at the 2:55 mark. Rattlers looking to stifle these Tigers, who've been shooting the ball well. Here's a down low pass, shot up, and there's going to be a foul against Florida A&M.
Yeah, Robinson was good initially, but at the end she reached over beyond that, the imaginary line, and the official was right on top of the call. But it was a good call. If she had just stayed straight up and down, she would have been just fine.
Okay, folks, at the line, here's that name, Anthony.
Number 44?
Yes, we better say number 44. Folks, this name is interesting. Pierre Noel. I'm not going to try it.
Okay.
I'm not going to try it. It's a tough name. She misses the second shot. We asked the Jackson State team about the name, and they struggled with it. Jackson State on their attack, looking to do something. Here's Parafoy for Florida A&M, and she will get the Rattlers into their offense. Here is Aina. Subirats knocks down the 3 for Florida A&M.
And they really needed that. But on that particular play, what I really loved was that Parafoy was looking for her. It was a higher percentage shot. When Subirats shooting that ball, she's a three-point shooter. You don't mind her shooting the
New, America's tallest water slide, the Rise of Icarus. Book your stay and play free package today at Mount Olympus Resort in Wisconsin Dells, home of America's first rotating water slide, and so much more.
This weekend is Healthcare Appreciation Weekend at Silverwood. As a token of our gratitude, all doctors, nurses, and frontline healthcare staff get to enjoy a day of fun and excitement absolutely free with a valid ID. So doctors, it's time to trade in your stethoscopes for roller coasters, and nurses, put down those syringes and grab some cotton candy. We want you to experience the kind of adrenaline rush that can only be cured by screaming your lungs out on our mind-blowing attractions. So don't miss out on Healthcare Appreciation Weekend at Silverwood Theme Park, because you deserve a dose of fun.
A pulse-raising 5.0-liter Coyote V8 engine, generating 486 horsepower and 418 pound-feet of torque. It's what makes the 2024 Ford Mustang go really fast. And this'll make them go fast, too. 3.9% APR financing for 60 months. 60 years of American muscle car know-how. Experience it for yourself today at your local Ford store, where there's always more in store.
They're lucky to be down just by 3. Let's see if they can close this gap going into halftime.
2 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Jackson State up 33-30 over Florida A&M. Rattlers have creeped back into this game, but here's another 3 by Jackson State. They've been electric tonight as the young lady, Darius McCall, knocks down the shot. Jackson State extends to 6 points up on Florida A&M. Rattlers, here's Aina. Subirats, and that effectively is an air ball. But she is a good three-point shooter for Florida A&M.
I think the defense came over that time and threw her focus off on that particular play, and she got an air ball. Got to play defense right now if you're Florida A&M with a minute and a half left going into halftime.
Jackson State has shot extremely well from the three-point line. Tigers have shown great efficiency on offense. 1 minute, 24 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Jackson State attacks the basket with 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Florida A&M's got to do a much better job getting on the inside to get that rebound. Robinson is being beaten to the spot, and then when she reaches over and they call a foul, she's upset. But she should be upset with herself for not fighting hard enough to get that inside position. There you go. Much better job. Much better job.
With the block. Florida A&M looking to attack the bat. Here's Robinson back on a layup. She missed that shot.
A great play by Robinson. You got to keep your head up going to the rim.
54 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Jackson State up 36-30 over Florida A&M. Rattlers looking to stem the tide. Here we go, down low. Rattlers on the rebound, and there's a little bit of elbow, a little bit of friction going on under the goal.
Yeah, need to get as mad about playing as they are about getting upset about people hitting each other.
40 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Jackson State up 36-30 over Florida A&M. Rattlers would like to cut into this lead going into the half.
Down by 6, 40 seconds. They need to try to get a bucket right here to cut down this lead going into halftime. They need to run a really good offensive play, something they haven't done nearly as much as they usually do here in the Al Lawson Center.
Long three, locked, knocked,
gotta take
down on the play by Florida A&M. That's Shania McCartney.
And you hear me say all the time, whenever the ball touches her hands, good things happen for Florida A&M.
16 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Jackson State on the attack. They're up 36-33. 9 seconds remaining. Jackson State looking to make it happen off the dribble. Here's another three by Jackson State as they knock down the three. That's Angel Wilkinson, and they extend to a 39-33 lead. Anthony, and they can shoot the ball.
They can shoot the ball, and I think you and I are convinced. I'm not sure if Florida A&M is convinced, but they've hit about, 7, 8, 9 three-pointers in the first half. That's enough evidence to let you know that, hey, maybe we need to get out on them.
Absolutely.
They have not. I'm sure there's no doubt that will be the first, second, and third conversation once Coach Gordon gets to the locker room. It's almost as if they don't believe Jackson State is going to keep hitting threes. Their percentage is really good from three-point line. That's the reason they've got.
Do you like frogs?
We do. Are you a frog?
Actually, I'm an axolotl. You can see axolotls and other amazing amphibians at the Aquarium of the Pacific's new exhibit, Frogs, Facing a Changing World. Learn all about these animals and what they're doing to save them.
Thanks for the tip.
Discover the frogs and 12,000 sea creatures like the otters, the jellies, and the penguins.
Now, what are you doing on the bus?
Oh, I'm helping to save the planet.
Aquarium of the Pacific.
This is what a company sounds like when they're on it. And these are the people who ensure that they stay on it.
Yes, sir. We're on it.
Outback Steakhouse's new Dine Under menu is here. More proof that Outback is better than the actual Outback. Here, get sirloin and lobster mac. Here, there's spiders. Here, get an 18-ounce ribeye in their signature blend of 17 spices. Here, the sun actively tries to melt you. Yep, you can try Kingsland pasta. Here, even if you caught dinner, you know deep down you couldn't do what needs to be done. The Dine Under menu, on now at Outback.
Get ready for the thrill of your life. America's tallest water slide, The Rise of Icarus, now at Mount Olympus Resort in Wisconsin Dells.
Oh no!
Got it.
Yay! Thank you.
We're a different kind. For example, making your day
Thank you.
is what makes ours. You got it. Festival Foods. Happy to help.
Welcome back to Tallahassee, Florida for SWAC basketball as the Florida A&M Lady Rattlers taking on the Jackson State Lady Tigers out of Jackson, Mississippi. The Tigers are up 39-33 over Florida A&M. And Anthony, the Tigers have shot the ball well from the three-point line.
Absolutely, and a lot of that is bad defense by Florida A&M. We'll see if the conversation at the half will change that.
Rattlers coming back off of a road trip, split games between Arkansas Pine Bluff. Rattlers winning at Mississippi Valley. Rattlers looking to extend a 2-game home winning streak here at Lawson.
They've got work to do if that's going to happen tonight, Melvin. They seem to be like a step slow tonight. And if you can compare that to what Jackson State is doing, they're really doing their thing. Once again, there's Robinson.
She has been very consistent for Florida A&M. The task has been in getting her the ball.
That's the task.
9 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Jackson State up 39-35. Rattlers looking a little bit sluggish in the first half. We'll see if Bridget Gordon was able to light a fire up under her team. Here is Purifoy. She's been quiet tonight, but here's a deep three by Florida A&M. That's a big shot in there by McCarthy.
Things happen when she touches the ball.
8 minutes, 38 seconds remaining, third quarter. Rattlers on a run as they are down by 1, and Jackson State extends to a 3-point lead.
Really, really poor defense there. I mean, she came from half court on down, and no one seemed to help pick her up. That's really bad defense.
8 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Jackson State up 41-38. Tigers have been on top most of the last 2 quarters, and that was a nice shot by McCarthy, and she'll get an N1.
Great play by McCarthy going all the way to the hoop. Bucket counts. Florida A&M is trying to make a run here these first few minutes, and I think they're going to have to if they're going to stay in this game. So far, so good.
At the line for Florida A&M is Shania McCarthy, a 5'8 junior out of Orlando, Florida, as she knocks down the free throw. We have a tie score at 41, 8 minutes and 7 seconds remaining. Rattlers back in the basketball game. And Anthony, you talked about how critical it is the first 5 minutes of the third quarter.
And you can see why, because Florida A&M has tied this game up instead of falling behind by at least 10 points.
A turnover against the Tigers. Rattlers have an opportunity to take the lead.
And better defense, and you can imagine being a fly on the wall in the locker room at halftime. Coach Gordon, we knew, was going to emphasize better defense. It's happened so far, but also, too, she's emphasized get the ball inside.
Absolutely.
We have an advantage.
Absolutely. Robinson has been effective for Florida A&M, but McCarthy has come on for Florida A&M. 7 minutes, 38 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We're all tied here at Al Lawson Center on the campus of Florida A&M. The Rattlers will turn this ball over as they attempted to get the ball down to Robinson at the 7:30 mark.
No advantage there at all. That was a bad pass.
Rattlers pick up full court defense.
You see, on that particular play, Melvin, if you had rotated the ball and then tried to entry, she would have been wide open.
Jackson State, here's another three by the Tigers. Knocked down in there by Angel Wilkinson, and she's having a stellar night as she has 14 points on the night. Jackson missed. Rebound by Florida A&M, missed. And it's going to go out of bounds, and Jackson State will gain possession of the basketball. 7 minutes, 1 second remaining, third quarter. Jackson State up 44-41 over Florida A&M.
I think what Coach Gordon is going to try to do now is match size with size and quickness with quickness.
Florida A&M looking to make a statement. Rattlers the 5th ranked team in the SWAC. Force a turnover on Jackson State.
Got to put that ball down on the pound before you move. She did not. Turnover. That's helping to keep Florida A&M in this game in the second half. They need to convert on offense.
6 minutes, 47 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Florida A&M came back, tied the game, but Jackson State has extended to a 3-point lead. Rattlers looking to make some noise. This is Aina Subirats. And this is McCarthy looking to make it happen near the free throw line as she looks to break her down off the dribble. 6 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Purifoy looking to get a shot off. She gets it up and down for Florida A&M.
Boy, she's quicker than grease lightning, boy, I tell you. She's something else to watch.
6 minutes, 11 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Florida A&M pulls to within one. Steal attempt by Purifoy. Another steal attempt. Rattlers have it. Ball taken back by the Tigers. 5 minutes, 52 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Tigers looking to get into their offense. Here is another three by Jackson State. This line is controlled by Giles Jones. Five minutes, 32 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Here's the drive, and this is going to be an offensive foul. Anthony, what did she do there? Did she lose her balance?
She lost everything. It was obviously that a pass needed to be made at that point in time. You know, when you're trying to dribble against a zone, you're dribbling against 5 people. That's almost impossible. Pass the ball, hit a cutting open player, you get a much better shot.
5 minutes, 22 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Rattlers making a charge at the Tigers. Tigers up 44-33. And these Tigers have shot well from the outside. And here's a shot blocked by Robinson for Florida A&M. Jackson State retrieves it. Only 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Tigers are going to have to get a shot off, and there's going to be a foul down in the lane against Florida A&M.
Too much physical play on the inside that particular time, and you have to really pay attention to what's going on when you're on defense. You can't run over people. That's what happened that particular play, and the official was right there for the call. Easy call.
Jackson State will inbound the ball with the 5:03 left in the third quarter. They are up by 1 point. Florida A&M has fought to get back into this game. Tie up. Jackson State looking to tie the basket. Tigers have shot well from the perimeter tonight. Extension of the Rattler defense, shot up. And there's going to be a foul on Robinson down low. And the young lady from Jackson State is getting up slowly as she's being assisted by her teammate. And that's going to draw a timeout on the court with 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Jackson State 44, Florida A&M 43. You're in tune to Rattler basketball on Swag TV.
Outback Steakhouse's new Dine Under menu is here. More proof that Outback is better than the actual Outback. Here, get sirloin and lobster mac. Here, there's spiders. Here, get an 18-ounce ribeye in their signature blend of 17 spices. Here, the sun actively tries to melt you. Here, you can try Kingsland pasta. Here, even if you caught dinner, you know deep down you couldn't do what needs to be done. The Dine Under menu, on now at Outback.
Do you like frogs?
We do. Are you a frog?
Actually, I'm an axolotl. You can see axolotls and other amazing amphibians at the Aquarium of the Pacific's new exhibit, Frogs, Facing a Changing World. Learn all about these animals and what they're doing to save them.
Thanks for the tip.
Discover the frogs and 12,000 sea creatures like the otters, the jellies, and the penguins.
Now, what are you doing on the bus?
Oh, I'm helping to save the planet.
The Aquarium of the Pacific.
New, America's tallest water slide, the Rise of Icarus. Book your stay and play free package today at Mount Olympus Resort in Wisconsin Dells, home of America's first rotating water slide, and so much more.
Oh no! Yay! Thank you.
We're a different kind. For example, making your day
Thank you.
is what makes ours.
You got it.
Festival Foods. Happy to help.
Getting out now and Florida A&M need to go back defensively. They're better starting off the second half. They need a little bit more intensity. Yeah, lucky enough, they need to be down just by one, down at 6.5 now. So, be involved in possibly to make a better offense. At the line of Angel Wilkinson, she's had a great night for Jackson State. She has 14 points on the night, and she'll get a second free throw here at the 4:50 mark. That will down Jackson State. Extends to a 2-point lead, 24-43. Ram is looking to get into their basket. This is Tanoa Stewart. Here's Aina, Subirats, and she's going to hit the roll at a 3-pointer. Right double pick to play Aina, and if they can do that more often, she's going to hit that move and she's going to miss. 4 minutes, 22 seconds remaining, third quarter. Win. Jackson State. It will be a win. With Florida A&M 10 over. Defensive pressure. She was reaching for that ball, and eventually got a turnover by a Jackson State player. Just great defense by playing for her. She's on both ends of the court. 4 minutes, 16 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Florida A&M has taken the lead in the conflict. However, Impulsor with the turnover for Florida A&M. Rattlers on offense. Looking for a tap for Taylor. Aina, Subirats, last time with 40. The last time she shared the ball. Here's Impulsor. Looking to break him down after the shot up. But he's ready. Big flip. Right from the other purifier. That cover, trying to do a very good pre-break game. She's trying to get them involved and get the team involved so they can run up the airport.
Definitely. 3 minutes, 56 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Tanaya Purifoy at the line. Knocks down the first of two as Florida A&M extends to a 49-45 lead. Rattlers with rhythm. And here in the third quarter, here's another long three. Banked in by Jackson State. That's Cameron O'Neal knocking down the shot for Jackson State. Anthony, they can flat out shoot the ball.
I think we've got maybe a technical foul
against
Jackson State.
For?
Seems like to me it was something regarding the player, because the official out there was motioning to the coach about something that the player wasn't doing. Seems like she was not sitting down or something. I don't know if that's exactly it. But there was a technical foul called. Purifoy at the line. She's an excellent free throw shooter. And this has potential to be a 4 or 5 point play if she can convert this one.
She does. Rattlers extend to a 50-48 lead over Jackson State. 3 minutes, 43 seconds remaining in the third quarter. This is an impressive run by Florida A&M.
Well, it is, and you knew they were going to come out the second half with more energy and focus, because coach was simply not going to let them come out here on this court and not play with more energy.
Purifoy to Jackson. Jackson misses the shot. It's going to be effectively rebounded by Jackson State. And Purifoy makes a play on the ball and knocks it out of bounds.
Now, I would really love to see, Chanel McCarthy get that ball in the lane. She has great touch and can also go to the rim with the ball. She's a great option on the inside.
Here's a drive shot by Jackson, rebounded, and Jackson State working with 18-second stop. Pop, that shot is off. Jackson State with a third offensive rebound. 14 seconds remaining on the shot clock for the Tigers as they look to score the basketball. 7 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Here is a shot, desperation, great steal by Purifoy, and they're going to tie up the ball, and the arrow possession is pointing toward Florida A&M.
Boy, you got to love Purifoy on defense. She just wreaks havoc with the opposing team. Man, she's just a phenomenal little player. Offensively and defensively, she brings it. She brings it.
Checks out of the game as Robinson checks into the game. We have 2 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Florida A&M with impressive performance.
Oh no!
Got it!
Yay! Thank you.
We're a different kind. For example, making your day
Thank you.
is what makes ours.
You got it.
Festival Foods. Happy to help.
Do you like frogs?
We do. Are you a frog?
Actually, I'm an axolotl. You can see axolotls and other amazing amphibians at the Aquarium of the Pacific's new exhibit. exhibit, frogs facing a changing world. Learn all about these animals and what they're doing to save them.
Thanks for the tip.
Discover the frogs and 12,000 sea creatures like the otters, the jellies, and the penguins.
What are you doing on the bus?
Oh, I'm helping to save the planet.
The Aquarium of the Pacific.
This weekend is Healthcare Appreciation Weekend at Silverwood. As a token of our gratitude, all doctors, nurses, and frontline healthcare staff get to enjoy a day of fun and excitement absolutely free with a valid ID. So, doctors, it's time to trade in your stethoscopes for roller coasters and nurses. Put down those syringes and grab some cotton candy. We want you to experience the kind of adrenaline rush that can only be cured by screaming your lungs out on our mind-blowing attractions. So don't miss out on Healthcare Appreciation Weekend at Silverwood Theme Park because you deserve a dose of fun.
Al Lawson Center, where the Florida A&M Lady Rattlers are up 51-48 over the Lady Tigers of Jackson State. Rattlers have made an impressive run to take the lead into this game, Anthony.
Yeah, great run by Florida A&M coming out the second half. I think Coach still wants to see more offensive plays being run.
Strategy here is interesting.
That's a good word for it.
2:42 remaining. Florida A&M now officially into their offense. Here's Aina. Subirats as she knocks down the three for Florida A&M.
Boy, she has been big this second half.
This young lady, a holdover from Spain, has lit the basket up tonight for Florida A&M. Here's a big three by Jackson State. Ball stuck on the rim, and this is going to be interesting to see how they get it down. Okay.
She's got hops.
Yes, she has hops.
Yes, she does.
2 minutes, 14 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Florida A&M has extended to a 6-point lead over Jackson State. I'm Melvin Beal here along with Anthony Whitehurst for this key SWAC matchup. Rattlers looking to extend their home winning streak at 2 as Aina Subirats has been hot from the three-point line. Here's Camille Jackson all the way to the hole. She misses the shot. It's going to be rebounded down by Jackson State. 1 minute, 52 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Rattlers have had an effective third quarter against Jackson State. Tigers working their offense. They go down low. Nice block by Robinson. 8 seconds remaining on the shot clock for Jackson State.
All right, just got to get back in there and fight for that inside position. Great block.
Tigers working with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Rattlers in great defense. And now the Tigers will look to score. Off the dribble, stop, pop. And that shot is missed. And the ball is going to go out of bounds. Florida A&M will gain possession of the basketball.
You can tell that Coach Gordon got their attention at halftime. A lot more energy. They're rebounding better. They're running their offense a lot better, which is why they've taken this lead.
Rattlers looking to score. Shot up. Rebound down by the Tigers. It looks like it may be a foul that's going to be called against Aina Subirats.
Could have got a much better shot, which is what Coach Gordon is telling her right now. That's a shot you can get anytime. You got rhythm. Go to the rim. Get the inside shot. Get a bucket and or a foul. Coach is she just jacked that one up, and Coach is not happy.
Right. 1 minute, 12 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Florida A&M up 54-48. Jackson State hasn't scored in the last 5 minutes. Here's a big three by Jackson State. Rattlers, Robinson with the rebound. Here's Jackson, Purifoy back in the game. She'll look to get the Rattlers into their offense.
I tell you feel a lot more comfortable when Purifoy is at that point guard.
42 seconds remaining in the third quarter. That's going to be a kick ball on Jackson State. Rattlers working with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Purefoy will inbound the ball for Florida A&M.
A bucket right here would be big going into the fourth quarter for Florida A&M.
Purefoy getting the Rattlers into their offense. This young lady has made it happen off the dribble. As she looks to score, she'll turn the ball over, and Jackson State will get an opportunity with 23 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, that one came off her foot. She was trying to decide what she was going to do.
Jackson State, a little bit of trouble getting the ball across half court. Tigers drive, shot up, shot down, and a three-point opportunity for the Lady Tigers.
You have to stop the ball, especially when you're driving against the zone. That shouldn't happen.
Going to the line for the Tigers is going to be Jalea Cotton. She's a 5'6" senior out of Bardstown, Kentucky. She'll try and knock down the and one, and does. Tigers close to within 3 of FAMU. Here we go, Anthony. 12 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Whatever Florida A&M does, it has to be quick.
Yep.
Jackson State has extended full court pressure. Here we go. And Rattlers have a chance as McCarthy attacks the basket with a nice move for Florida A&M. That's going to end the third quarter.
Great closeout. Great closeout. You want to gain that momentum back. You just gave up a three-point play. You traded a 2, got a 5-point lead. You were down by 6 at the half. Coach, she doesn't seem happy, but
Outback Steakhouse's new Dine Under menu is here. More proof that Outback is better than the actual Outback. Here, get sirloin and lobster mac. Here, there's spiders. Here, get an 18-ounce ribeye in their signature blend of 17 spices. Here, the sun actively tries to melt you. Here, you can try Kingsland pasta. Here, even if you caught dinner, you know deep down you couldn't do what needs to be done. The Dine Under menu, on now at Outback.
This is what a company sounds like when they're on it. And these are the people who ensure that they stay on it.
Yes, sir. We're on it.
A pulse-raising 5.0-liter Coyote V8 engine, generating 486 horsepower and 418 pound-feet of torque. It's what makes the 2024 Ford Mustang go really fast. And this'll make them go fast, too. 3.9% APR financing for 60 months. 60 years of American muscle car know-how. Experience it for yourself today at your local Ford store, where there's always more in store.
Oh no! Yay! Thank you.
We're a different kind. For example, making your day
Thank you.
is what makes ours.
You got it.
Festival Foods. Happy to help.
Welcome back to Tallahassee, Florida, as the Florida A&M Lady Rattlers are up 56-51 over Jackson State. We're in the fourth quarter in a classic SWAC matchup. Rattlers, Tigers getting it on here in the Lawson Center. 13 seconds, nice pass down low.
Beautiful
for
pass.
Jackson State. 9 minutes, 33 seconds remaining in the contest. Rattlers up by 3. And that's going to be a turnover against Florida A&M.
The thought was good. The pass was just too high, and she was open as well. But I like the vision. The fact that she saw she was open and she was trying to get it to her. Obviously, you don't want that turnover, but, hey, you want her looking for her teammate.
9 minutes, 27 seconds remaining in the contest. Florida A&M up 56-53 over Jackson State. Florida A&M came out of the locker room and got back in this game after trailing at halftime. And here's a shot down low by Jackson State, and there's going to be a foul against Florida A&M.
See, that's just a defensive breakdown there. Somebody's not paying attention. Robinson just lost her man, lost her woman, and then after she shot the first ball, didn't box her out, she gets the foul. Her opponent is going to the line for two. It's just a defensive breakdown, as we've seen too many times in this game for Florida A&M.
At the line, number 44 for Jackson State, as she gets set to take two shots. First shot up, and it's off the rim.
All right, got a box out here. Put your body on someone.
Second shot goes down. With 9 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in the contest. Florida A&M up by 2 over Jackson State. This is Tanaya Purifoy. Radler slow the pace, and that's going to be a kick ball by Jackson State. Florida A&M looking to get their third straight home win. And this is McCarthy. She knocks down the shot and knocks down her 17th point on the evening.
She's gold, man. You know, the more they can get her the ball, the better off they're going to be. You keep hearing me saying it, but I'm saying it for a reason.
Shania McCartney with 17 points for Florida A&M. And Purifoy just drew a foul, and you said she was pretty vicious on defense.
Hey, man, it doesn't matter which side of the ball she's on. She's going to make a good play. More than not, she's just the MVP.
8 minutes, 21 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Florida A&M up 58-54. Rattlers looking to extend their lead. This is Purifoy breaking them down off the dribble, and she is going to be fouled. She creates havoc for the defense.
She's like a tornado coming right at you, and there's nowhere for you to go. I love her. She's terrific.
Rattlers. Purifoy checks out of the game, and this is where it gets interesting.
It always is.
For Florida A&M. Here's Robinson. Over to Jackson. Jackson looking to make a move off the dribble. Stop, pop, shot missed. And Robinson grabs the ball down low, miss. Jackson State controls the rebound. Tigers looking to score the basketball. They get it down low. And there's going to be a traveling call against Jackson State. Rattlers will gain possession of the basketball. 7 minutes, 38 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. I'm Melvin Beal here along with Anthony Whitehurst. We're here at the Al Lawson Center on the campus of Florida A&M University. Rattlers looking to get a win here in the SWAC. Stop, pop. There is that lady again.
That's her. I tell you, man, like I keep saying, when Shania McCarthy gets her hands on the ball, Florida A&M wins.
Rattlers have extended to a 6-point lead. Here's a shot down low. Jackson State gets the rebound. They have 18 seconds to work on the shot clock. 6 minutes, 56 seconds remaining in the contest. Jackson State has cooled off considerably here in the second half from the arc. Nice rebound and shot by the Lady Tigers. Camille Jackson looking to get the Rattlers into their offense. She makes the drive, and she is going to be fouled on the play.
That's a good call. Defensive player didn't quite have that squared up position.
Wholesale changes for Jackson State at the 6:27 mark. And going to the line for Florida A&M is going to be Camille Jackson, a 5'11 senior out of Chicago, Illinois, a transfer of the University of Miami at Ohio. She'll get two. Here's the first. She misses the first of those two. Here's her second shot to extend the Rattler lead. She knocks it down. Florida A&M extends to a 5-point lead, 61-56. Anthony, what would you like to see the Rattlers do now on defense?
Well, right now they simply have to pay attention to the Jackson State players when they're in their zone. You can't take your eye off the players that are in your zone. That's what's been happening, and we've been getting some cheap calls based on a lack of defense.
Jackson State looking to make it happen on offense. 11 seconds on the play clock. Shot up, shot missed. Rebound strongly by Miles Jones. And Purifoy will bring the ball up for Florida A&M.
And her job right now is to get Florida A&M a high percentage shot. If not an easy 2 points, get a foul and go to the free throw line.
Rattlers, 13 seconds. Here's McCarthy. There goes that lady again.
That's my girl, man. When she gets that ball, she knows what to do. She's a triple threat.
Purifoy with intense pressure. She will force the turnover. Great defense by this young lady out of Pensacola.
Yeah, initially I thought there may have been a foul called on Purifoy, but when it was not, she got the position she needed to get the offensive foul. And, she can go to Hollywood. She's also a good actress. But there was enough contact for her to get the offensive foul. Florida A&M has the ball with a 7-point lead, 5.5 left.
This weekend is Healthcare Appreciation Weekend at Silverwood. As a token of our gratitude, all doctors, nurses, and frontline healthcare staff get to enjoy a day of fun and excitement absolutely free with a valid ID. So, doctors, it's time to trade in your stethoscopes for roller coasters and nurses. Put down those syringes and grab some cotton candy. We want you to experience the kind of adrenaline rush that can only be cured by screaming your lungs out on our mind-blowing attractions. So don't miss out on Healthcare Appreciation Weekend at Silverwood Theme Park, because you deserve a dose of fun.
Oh no!
Got it!
Yay! Thank you.
We're a different kind. For example, making your day
Thank you.
is what makes ours.
You got it.
Festival Foods. Happy to help.
Do you like frogs?
We do. Are you a frog?
Actually, I'm an axolotl. You can see axolotls and other amazing amphibians at the Aquarium of the Pacific's new exhibit, Frogs, Facing a Changing World. Learn all about these animals and what they're doing to save them.
Thanks for the tip.
Discover the frogs and 12,000 sea creatures like the otters, the jellies, and the penguins.
Now, what are you doing on the bus?
Oh, I'm helping to save the planet.
Aquarium of the Pacific.
Good opportunity. Need to run their offense.
That was Bridget Gordon speaking over the Jumbotron. And Anthony, she's doing a great job coaching these Lady Rattlers.
She is, and her mentor, Pat Summit, who we're having tribute tonight because of, you see the coaches wearing the purple, and that's in support of Pat Summit and what they do for her as far as cancer. So, things are going well. Got to make a better pass than that.
Jackson State looking to get back in control of the game. Here's a stop. Pop. Rebound by Giles Jones for Florida A&M. 5 minutes, 6 seconds remaining in the contest. Florida A&M 63, Jackson State 56. Rattlers slowing the ball down. Here is Tanaya Purifoy looking to make it happen off the dribble. She gets it to Giles Jones. She has 7 seconds to make something happen. And here is Camille Jackson. 2 seconds. Stop. Pop. Missed the shot. Strong rebound by McCarthy. And the Rattlers were reset at the 4:35 mark.
Yeah, McCarthy or Purifoy, they need to have the ball in their hands at this point.
McCarthy. Pull up. Shot missed. Rebound. Down by Jackson State. That ball goes out of bounds. Off of Florida A&M. Jackson State will get the basketball at the 4:18 mark.
Got to play great defense right now. You're looking for a turnover. If you're Florida A&M, they want to clean up the floor right now for a wet spot. Don't want anyone to get injured. But right now, Florida A&M, they've done a much better job in the second half. They've lost the players a couple of times, but overall, the defensive effort has been much better. They need to lock down now to try to get a turnover, get an easy bucket.
Jackson State led in scoring by Angel Wilkinson, looking to get into their offense. They have struggled against this Florida A&M defense in the second half. 13 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Rattlers extend on defense. Here we go. 7 seconds on the shot clock. There's a steal. There's a steal by McCartney, and she's going to be fouled. Great defense by Florida A&M.
Great defense. Shot clock running down. Very good defense by Florida A&M. Purifoy hand was in there somewhere. But I tell you what, man, the defensive effort has been much better in the second half. Looks like now McCarthy's going to the line for a couple of free throws. She's a pretty good free throw shooter. So you can expect her to get at least one of the two in, if not both.
Shania McCarthy at the line for Florida A&M. She has 21 points on the evening. She'll get 2 shots. Here's the first, and she knocks it down to extend Florida A&M to a 64-56 lead.
And offensively, Melvin, she's been the one who's got them over the hump in the second half. What they've figured out is that they can get that ball to her at the free throw line, and she can cause some problems.
She misses the second of 2. 3 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in the contest. Florida A&M up 64-56. Jackson State drive, shot, down for the Tigers. Here is Purifoy over to McCarthy. The Rattlers will back it out with Giles Jones. 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the contest. Florida A&M up 64-58 over Jackson State. Here is Purifoy to drive, and it looks like she was fouled on the play.
She was.
She is lightning quick.
Well, she beats you to the spot, and once she beats you to the spot, she steps in and cuts you off. So when you do the natural defensive move to get to that spot, she's already there, and you're basically running her over. And she's a shorter person.
Right.
And so she just, she's going up, you knock her down, she's going to the free throw line for 2.
At the line, Tanaya Purifoy. She's a 5-footer, redshirt junior out of Pensacola, Florida, a transfer of Chipola College. The young lady has 9 points on tonight. She's looking for her 10th. Shot up, shot down. Florida A&M extends to a 65-58 lead over Jackson State. 3 minutes, 2 seconds remaining in the contest. Rattlers extend defensive pressure. Jackson State looking to score the basketball. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Here's a big three by Jackson State. They've been effective all night as Angel Wilkerson knocks down the shot. She has 18 points on the night.
There's a play there where I think Jackson should have stayed with the three-point person. That's the one who could hurt you. The one with the ball was going to the hoop, and there was defensive players there. You don't want to give up that three because they've hit a high percentage tonight.
6 seconds on the shot clock. McCarthy drives, and they're going to call an offensive foul on this young lady. Jackson State will get the ball at the 2:21 mark.
4-point lead, still plenty of time.
Rattlers extend. Defensive pressure, full court. As Jackson State looks to close the lead. We have a good ball game going on here at the Lawson Center. 13 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Jackson State will need to get this ball up soon. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Rattlers extend. Here's the shot, and it's a bank shot by Cameron O'Neal at the 1:46 mark.
2-point game.
Rattlers looking to Coach Gordon for the play. This is Tanaya Purifoy. Young lady has 10 points on the night. A steal by Jackson State. They will attack the basket. Shot up, shot down, miss, rebound, miss, and Florida A&M. Great defense on that play. And it looks like Jackson State will get the ball out of bounds at the 1:21 mark. Florida A&M is going to take a timeout.
Good timeout.
With 1 minute and 21 seconds remaining in the contest. Rattlers up 65-63.
This is what a company sounds like when they're on it. And these are the people who ensure that they stay on it.
Yes, sir. We're on it.
A pulse-raising 5.0-liter Coyote V8 engine, generating 486 horsepower and 418 pound-feet of torque. It's what makes the 2024 Ford Mustang go really fast. And this'll make them go fast, too. 3.9% APR financing for 60 months. 60 years of American muscle car know-how. Experience it for yourself today at your local Ford store, where there's always more in store.
This weekend is Healthcare Appreciation Weekend at Silverwood. As a token of our gratitude, all doctors, nurses, and frontline healthcare staff get to enjoy a day of fun and excitement absolutely free with a valid ID. So, doctors, it's time to trade in your stethoscopes for roller coasters and nurses. Put down those syringes and grab some cotton candy. We want you to experience the kind of adrenaline rush that can only be cured by screaming your lungs out on our mind-blowing attractions. So don't miss out on Healthcare Appreciation Weekend at Silverwood Theme Park, because you deserve a dose of fun.
Oh no!
Got it.
Yay! Thank you.
We're a different kind. For example, making your day
Thank you.
is what makes ours.
You got it.
Festival Foods. Happy to help.
1 minute, 18 seconds remaining in the contest. Florida A&M up 65-63. 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock for Jackson State. They will need to score the basketball. It's a turnover. It's a turnover, but they're going to call a foul on Florida A&M.
I think the ball is on the baseline.
Rattlers holding on to a 2-point lead. Jackson State would not go away as they look to inbound the ball. They have nice play on the ball by Florida A&M. Jackson State, here's a big three, misses. Robinson with the rebound for Florida A&M. 56 seconds remaining in the contest. Florida A&M up 65-63. Here's Tanaya Purifoy, 10 points on the night as Florida A&M working with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Rattlers, big possession for Florida A&M. Here's Purifoy, 6 seconds on the shot clock. She drives, she puts the shot up, and Rattlers have to get it back up, and that's going to be a shot clock violation with 29 seconds remaining in the contest.
Yeah, tough go there by Florida A&M. Purifoy tried to get it up. Too much traffic right there for her. Offensively, though, they just didn't run the quality of play that Coach Gordon wanted. The ball.
Oh no!
Got it.
Yay! Thank you.
We're a different kind. For example, making your day
Thank you.
is what makes ours.
You got it.
Festival Foods. Happy to help.
This is what a company sounds like when they're on it. And these are the people who ensure that they stay on it.
Yes, sir. We're on it.
Done a
Hitting
better
those
job in
tonight,
the
right.
second half. But when it goes up, you got to put your body on somebody because you got to get the rebound.
Here's the deal. 29 seconds remaining in the contest. Florida A&M up 65-63 over Jackson State, a team that has been shooting the three-pointer well. Florida A&M on defense, looking to apply pressure on the basketball. Here we go. Shot clock.
5 seconds.
Is a 5-second count
5
against
seconds.
Jackson
Yep.
State. Florida A&M will get the basketball.
We talked about defense, but now you've got to get the ball in. Coach may end up calling a timeout, and looks like she's going to, because you want a good inbound play to get the ball in, because it's probably going to come down to free throws. But great defense by Florida A&M. We were just talking about how they've got to play great defense. They did. They fronted the ball and shielded the player from coming to the ball. Jackson State did not have a good inbounds play. And it cost them. 29 seconds to go. You need to have a good pick play to get the ball in, because if you don't get it in, it goes the other way. Florida A&M has the ball.
What did Florida A&M do right on defense?
Well, what I liked was they kept the player from coming to the ball. They played really good defense. They fronted the Jackson State players, but Jackson State, none of their players came towards the ball. If you come towards the ball in that case, you at least get a foul call against Florida A&M. They didn't even do that. So now, see, Florida A&M is lining up, trying to run a play to get the ball in.
Purifoy will take the ball out for Florida A&M. She's looking to get the ball in, and they do. And it's going to be a foul immediately on Camille Jackson.
Boy, that was close.
Very close. They were at the 4-second mark, 1 second away from turning the ball over.
Yeah, you know, you need to set some picks to get the ball in on that particular play. I tell you, if the Jackson State player had been looking, which she wasn't, thank goodness for Florida A&M, they would have had a turnover. Now Jackson has a chance to, with 27 seconds left, to expand this 2-point lead. Let's see if she can do it.
Camille Jackson at the line looking for her 11th point. She knocks it down. She finds her 11th point. 26 seconds remaining in the contest as Florida A&M extends to a 3-point lead.
You want to get this one to extend to a 4-point lead. It gives you a little bit of breathing room. If she misses this, three-pointer ties it up.
Shot up, shot in. Florida A&M extends to a 4-point lead, 67-63. Full court pressure. Florida A&M, 23 seconds remaining in the contest. Jackson State with a pivotal offensive possession. Drive, shot up, missed, and Florida A&M Purifoy with the rebound, and she's going to be fouled with 10 seconds remaining in the contest.
That's what you wanted. You got the defense that you wanted. You boxed out. Purifoy got the rebound. She's going to the line. They're in a good position. 10 seconds left. 4-point lead, but you want to get these two, if you can, to extend that lead.
At the line, Taraya Purifoy looking for her 11th point on the night. 10 seconds remaining in the contest. Shot up, shot missed. Florida A&M is still up by 4 with 10 seconds remaining.
Want to get one of these two.
The young lady from Pensacola, Florida, with her second shot. Shot up, shot down. Florida A&M extends to a 5-point lead.
You want to put pressure on them to help to make them eat up the clock.
Jackson State, 9 seconds remaining in the contest. Jackson State, 5 seconds, three-pointer launch. Gonna be rebounded by Florida A&M, and that's gonna run out the clock, and the Florida A&M Lady Rattlers get the win, 68-63 against Jackson State.
A hard-fought win tonight, Melvin. The first half was not good basketball by Florida A&M by any means. Second half, they came out playing much better. Great pep talk by the coach once again. Got Florida A&M over the hump. They come away with the victory, playing much better defense in the second half. Coach Gordon, once again, is my MVP. But I tell you what, McCarthy played a great second half offensively to give FAMU the jolt they needed to get over the hump.
Florida A&M, a tale of two halves. Florida A&M struggled to score the basketball in the first 2 quarters, came out of the locker room in the third quarter, reestablished control of this game, but more importantly, held on down the stretch.
Held on down the stretch. A much better second half, much better defense, much better offensive conversion. Running their offense was much better. And I thought and knew once Coach got them in the locker room at halftime, she would make it plain and simple. This is what we're going to be doing. Mm-hmm. And she did that. And you saw that they came out the second half, the first 2 to 3 minutes in a rush, down by 6 at halftime, went up and never looked back.
This is the second time you've awarded an MVP to Bridget Gordon.
I give it to her, but I also give it to McCarthy because offensively, without her play, they would never have won this game. And, of course, Purifoy, she's always an MVP. Her leadership, it's undeniable. And if you don't believe me, watch and see what happens offensively when Purifoy goes out of the game. It's a totally different ball game when she's not on the floor.
And this young lady, Anthony, we know what she can do on offense.
Absolutely.
She can break you down off the dribble. She breaks you down. But talk about her effectiveness on defense.
Well, tonight, defensively, man, she was just amazing. She was just disruptive. Steals, causing turnovers, knocking balls out of bounds. That disrupts your offense, and that helped to take Jackson State out of their flow, along with Florida A&M stepping beyond the three-point line defensively, something they didn't do the first half. They were really bad and poor the first half defending the three-point play and the three-point shot. The second half, they did a much better job.
Florida A&M with a 68-63 win over Jackson State. Rattlers have won their 3rd consecutive home game, and it's truly a home court advantage.
It's a home court advantage. It seemed like it was going to be the first half, but they got it together. 3 in a row here in the Rattlers Den, if you want to call it that, at the Lawson Center. So they've got to be pleased. Coach is earning her check, I tell you that much, Melvin, and she's making it happen.
Bridget Gordon on her way to talk with us about this big win for Florida A&M as the Rattlers get a 68-63 win against the Jackson State Tigers. And Anthony, we talked about the tale of two halves.
Yeah.
We want to know what happened with the locker room talk at halftime.
Hey, Pinky swear that's our secret. But what I did tell them is that we didn't want to come lay another egg like what we did when we came out the locker room against UAPB. Yeah. And I'm still burning from that game. We let one get away from us. But I told them, how can you be in your own home and somebody come in your gym and have more energy?
Wow.
Coach, that's exactly what we were talking about. The first half, they were like zombies, not running the offense, not doing what you wanted. I told Melvin, I said, I guarantee you when they come out that second half, once Coach gets a hold of them, we're going to see a different team. We saw a lot more energy. What were you trying to get them to do the second half?
Just that, play with energy. Because if you looked at the first half, we were scoring. We had more points in the paint, but we allowed, once again, Achilles heel. We played a good SEU team that shot the ball well on December the 29th, and we gave up 10 threes to UAPB. And we go into halftime and they 7 for 9. And I'm like, ladies, you kidding me? Because for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, that was the game plan. We weren't going to allow people to shoot the three on our face.
Definitely. Now, Purifoy, she isn't a factor, but what's amazing, we know what she can do on offense. But defensively, she impacted this game.
And she ain't even at her best right now. She's still under the weather, and she knew her teammates need her. And she's just a warrior. I can't say enough about her. All I can say is that I'm glad she's on my team because what she does is she will everybody, and that was the other missing key. Even though she was there, she wasn't well. She took a hit in the Mississippi Valley game on Thursday, so she still was recovering. She's just tough.
Yeah.
Just tough.
Very tough.
And Coach McCarthy, to me, I love her because once she gets the ball at the free throw line, she's a triple or quadruple threat. I always say when we're broadcasting, the more the ball gets in her hand, the better chance you have to win. Talk about her.
I cleared it out. If you watched it, that was an offense that I put in the game against the Southern when we seen them in the middle. And then I made the adjustment just to put her in there and let her cook.
That's it.
Because when she catch it, that's money. I'm putting my paycheck on that one. And then the only thing I tell her is that to keep shooting because she's so unselfish. Then she thought that they was going to back off of her, and then she tried to pass it. And I looked at it, I say, hey, we going to the well. Right? It ain't dry. So keep it flowing.
There you go. Absolutely, because, you know, she can do so much. And I tell Melvin all the time, I said, man, the more she gets the ball, the better chance FAMU has to win because she does it all.
She does it all, and you can see we pretty banged up, but it's the next man up mentality.
Absolutely.
We didn't work too hard, and that was one of the emphasis on practice this week. Now, you know, we got another Purple Storm coming up in here on Saturday, so they get to enjoy it a little bit, go to class tomorrow, and I'm going home tonight and look at them. I don't know what happened with them in Cookman, but I'm finna go home, and even though I'm wearing purple, and y'all all know why I wear purple, and we was wearing purple, and people say, is that Pat's favorite color? I said, no. It's the onset dementia, right? Color, and that's why we wore purple and we wore our orange uniforms. And my memories to my mother, and like there's no other like Pat Head Summit. So that was a we back Pat, and I know she's looking down from heaven on us, not just me, but where the women game has evolved. Because she talked about this in the 80s when I used to question, like, what are we doing this for, Pat? And she said it was to grow the game. So look where the game is at. We're on a platform where Swag TV, ESPN Plus, and everything else is covering women's basketball. We got NBA players talking about how much they love the women's game.
Wow. Absolutely. And talk about, Coach, the growth of the game. Because like you're saying, you're wearing purple. You have Pat Summit. She's your mentor. The game has come a long way in a short time, hasn't it?
It's come a mighty long way. And like I said, I'm proud of everybody that's out here on the women's platform. That's why I cannot let my ladies cheat it. I feel like I'm a pioneer of the game because I had to go through all that, right? I'm going through a tough SEC season, and then we go people like at my time, Texas, Old Dominion, and a La Tech. And I'm thinking like, Summit, what's wrong with you? She says to grow the game. So I cannot let my ladies cheat the game, and I let them know that you're on the platform because Coach had blood, sweat, and tears in this game a long time ago, and you need to understand it is a privilege to suit up every Thursday and Saturday when we play and play for something that you love.
Definitely.
Pressure is a privilege.
It is.
Pressure is a privilege.
Finally, talk about this home court. There's a true home court advantage now.
Well, now it is. And that's what my ladies understand now. Like, this is our home. If you want the fans to come, keep showing up. They'll show up.
Absolutely.
Keep showing up. They'll fill this stadium.
Absolutely.
What we doing and what the men doing, they coming. But we just got to stay calm, cool, and collected and take one game at a time. So this is in the book, and I'm getting ready to go home, like I said, and study. Like I said, I told them before, we let 2 get away. We can't let any more. But what you saw was a tough team that decided that they refused to lose again tonight.
That's head coach Bridget Gordon with a big win for Florida A&M. She's going to get a little rest, let her team get a little rest, and they'll return on Saturday.
Coach, you continue to earn your check. I can say that.
Well,
and you're the MVP again tonight.
Yes.
Well, thank you. Well, I want to tell them to let them know, too, that Saturday with the doubleheader is staff night. So come out. We're wearing orange. So it's orange for staff appreciation.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate the staff. And while I'm on air, I like to brag on my ladies. That 3.49 GPA look mighty good, too.
Well, you go on, Coach.
I'm going on.
That's something to do with the APR.
Yeah, that's an APR.
There you go, Coach.
Yes,
but congratulations,
Thank
Coach.
you.
You continue to build. We like what we're seeing. You have to love what you're seeing. The Rattlers are coming.
Oh, they're coming. Yeah, slowly but surely we're coming. And that's the most important part. Once again, if you're praying out there, we're praying to stay healthy.
There you go.
And let my young ladies know that I told them the hourglass is turned over. Today is January 22nd.
Yeah.
It seemed like we was just at Cookman on the 1st. It's getting ready to be February.
Absolutely.
Black History Month.
Absolutely.
Right? Play for K Month. So we all excited about the opportunity.
Well, we're going to let you go. We know you have a press conference out there. Anthony has your MVP trophy in his trunk.
That's right, Coach.
So we'll make sure you get that.
Okay. I'm a team player. Give it to me so I can give it to
the
team. Yeah, team player.
Head coach Bridget Gordon as the Florida A&M Rattlers hold on for a 68-63 lead and win over Jackson State. I'm Melvin Beal for Anthony Whitehurst and Bridget Gordon.
Have a good one.
You've been watching Rattler basketball on SWAC TV. So long, everyone, and God bless.